Good morning, everyone. A little girl was in church with her mother when she started feeling ill. Mommy, she said, can we leave now? No, her mother replied. Well, I think I'm going to be sick, Mama. Then go out the front door, around to the back of the church and behind a bush. After about 60 seconds, the little girl returned to her seat. Were you sick? Her mom asked. Yes, she replied. How could you have gone all the way to the back of the church and returned so quickly? I didn't have to go out of the church, Mommy. They have a box next to the front door that says, for the sick. Okay, so we're going to go through this week's activities really quick. Of course, tonight we have bingo here. Be here and ready to play by 6:15. On Wednesday, there is a New England party. I originally had from 5 to 7, but someone told me the time was changed from 4 to 7 in the Bash area. On Thursday, the ladies' luncheon at Don Jose's. Arrive at 11 and eat at 11:30. On Friday, we have the garage sale, open to Tanglewood residents only from 6 to 8. And then on Saturday, the garage sale, open to the public from 8 to 11. Don't forget special meals coming up. Celebrate Spring on April 18th, 2017, $8 per person. The menu includes glazed ham, au gratin potatoes, Normandy blend vegetables, assorted rolls, appetizer, dessert, coffee, and tea. The meals are served at 5:30, doors open at 5. Carry-out dinners are available at 6, and containers are provided. You can get tickets here at Monday Morning Coffee until April 10th or in my office. All right, we have a veterans picnic in the picnic area near the pool on Tuesday, April 4th, 2017. It's from 11 to 2. They're asking that you sign up by March 29th. That sign up is in the veterans book on the credenza. All vets and spouses of deceased vets are welcome. Chicken, drinks, cups, plates, cutlery, and napkins will be supplied. Please bring a covered dish. And if it happens to be raining that day, they will be in here in the bingo area. Okay. Tanglewood Day in Michigan will be on Thursday, August 10th, 2017. Please check the state book for details and sign up. This is a reminder that Elaine Wampler's courthouse class will be held on Wednesday, April the 5th, here in the clubhouse. The sign-up sheet is in the club book on the credenza, and it's under the genealogy tab. Now, I have something else that I have to do this morning. We have to acknowledge a special someone who comes up here and offers us his wit and humor, and he's a great spokesperson for TMAC every Monday morning, and today it's his birthday. So please join me in wishing Tom McKeever a happy birthday. If you all would join along with me. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tom. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah. We're Where's the
Thank
cake?
you all so very much.
Did you
and
bring
have
the
a
cake
great
for
week.
everybody? Oh, well, shucks. Hi, this is Shirley Cabot again, but you know that. One more reminder, the craft fair tables, I've got 10 left. Craft fair is November 11th. The tables are $5, and if you want one, come see me. One more reminder for the vendor fair, next week, Thursday, you folks who have tables to show off your services, you can come set up at 10:30. Officially, we'll open at 11, but you know how things go around here. And it goes until 2. Are you guys listening back there? You don't want to miss this next one because it's about cupcakes. The Cupcake Caper is also next Thursday, and there are prizes. We've got prizes for the top 2 cupcakes. You're going to be judged on presentation, which means how pretty it looks, not if it's on a ribbon plate or anything, but how it looks, the taste, of course, the texture, and the finishing, whether it be a frosting or a glaze or a streusel, how you finish the cupcake. That's the 4 things you'll be judged on. If you bring your cupcakes up by 11:30, we'll get them checked in. The judges will chow their way through one of every batch, I should say, one of every batch. The rest will be sold at the window here. We'll also have coffee. There's going to be sold 50 cents a piece, and the coffee, I think they said 50 cents for the coffee too. But it's not just for the vendors who can bring the cupcakes. Any resident can, and even more importantly, anybody can come and buy them from us, because we're going to have a whole heck of a lot of cupcakes. We have 20 people signed up already, but there's room for more. And finally, this is a new one. The Diversions Committee sponsors the Broadway Lights Club Department, whatever. We'll be doing 2 one-act plays in June. Auditions for roles in these 2 plays starts next week, the 4th and the 5th, in this hall here. I believe that's Tuesday and Wednesday. Yeah, Tuesday and Wednesday, 1 o'clock. Now, with Broadway Lights, you probably know, you don't have to memorize your lines. We sit there with our scripts in our laps. There's very little moving around. People with physical limitations are welcome. We work around that. We've done it before. We'll do it again. It's a lot of fun, really. And the 2 one-act plays are original comedies. So how can you go wrong, right?
Good morning. Artie Nichols for the blood drive.
Thank you.
Which will be coming up on April 5th from 9 to 3. And this is the white book in the Cadenza. We need blood very much, and we'd like to have you sign up. And I just have a few right now, but we need blood, definitely. So I wish you would come and donate some blood. And remember, April 5th from 9 to 3.
Good morning,
Thank
Tanglewood
you.
team. I'm Lynn Arve from the Travel Committee. As of now, we have 6 firm trips planned for the 17-18 season. They are as follows. Key West in November, it's full, waiting list only. November 26th to December 2nd is the Myrtle Beach Christmas show trip. We still have room for additional travelers. See us in the back for more information, for a brochure, and to sign up. December 6th, Mystery Dinner Train. That has a cost of $115 per person, which includes transportation on the bus and train, gratuities, a complete dinner, and a play called Nutcracker's Final Curtain, in which you will be able to solve the mystery with the Nutcracker characters. If you reserve your place by October 31st, you will pay $105, thus saving $10. January 27th to February 5th of 2018, Panama Canal Cruise. We currently have 2 busloads of people reserved. March 16, Winter Park Art Festival. The cost is $32. April 15 to the 22nd, Oasis of the Sea Cruise. We are in the planning stages for the Mount Dora Art and Craft Festival in October, for a trip to the Orlando Magic basketball game after the first of the year, the farm trip after the first of the year. Those three are all in planning stages, so stay tuned for more information from us. Thank you. Have a good day.
Good morning. I am Melvin Ridley, and I'm with Tanglewood Neighborhood Watch. My first statement is to the Neighborhood Watch team. The suggestion I put out to you has been withdrawn. If you want to know why, see me when this is over. And our friend has come out of the corner. I wondered why he was over there hiding this morning. It's because he's gotten a little older now. He has to lean up against the wall. But my reason for coming up, the park manager suggested to those of you who were getting ready to go north, you needed to make sure you put everything away. I want to expand on that a little bit. We have a number of new residents who have never experienced the hellacious winds we can get during the storm season. And you go out and you buy the cute little things to put in the yard, the beautiful flowers that you have swinging in the trees and everything. All of these items can fly when the wind hits them. Think now where you're going to put this. And I wish my wife was here to hear this, but I'm sure you guys would tell her I said this. But like my wife has a tree full of orchids. They only belong to me when the winds pick up. So think about where you're going to put it. In addition, you have a new item that you're going to have. Well, you should have two by then, 2 trash bins. You're going to have to find a place for them to go to because those things are on wheels. And if they start going down the street in front of a 40-mile or a 50-mile-an-hour wind, imagine the mess we're going to have. So if you plan early, think about it, and ladies, after you finish thinking, very nicely suggest to your husbands what it is you want done.
Everybody's got a story about, excuse me, the storms and so forth, particularly those of us who were here in 2004 when we had the 4 hurricanes. But the one that always sticks by me is there was a gentleman here who had a pickup truck with a cab on the back. I guess you call it a cab, this little cover on the back of the pickup truck, and he hadn't locked it down. And the storm came along and picked that cab up and took it over the clubhouse and into the houses on that side of the park. So the winds do pick up a little bit on occasion, and we will make sure that that's not going to happen here. Last night, I got a hat, I guess. It was a brand new hat, had the price still on it, and it's New York. And having spent 31 years in New York, I figured if nobody else claims it, I'll claim it. But anyway, it's a neat hat. It's sitting over there where I sit at the second table there by the entrance. If you lost it, please claim it after coffee. Ladies' luncheon. This week on Thursday's Ladies' Luncheon. This is the last day to sign up. It's back on the credenza, of course, and we want to make sure you do that if you want to become part of the Ladies' Luncheon. The tech group is meeting after coffee today, and that will be immediately after coffee. I have an announcement here relative to blood pressure checks. The Tanglewood Community Church has been sponsoring these free blood pressure checks every Monday morning coffee for the last 15-plus years. And, of course, they'd like to continue with that. The new director for this is Pam Beatty, and she's back there waving. She's not trying to get my attention. She's just waving so you see where she is, because she's looking for volunteers. Volunteers to do this because our long-term director, Alvina Beyer, is basically retiring. Took a long while, but is finally retiring. And we wish her well, of course, in what she does from there. We are looking for volunteers, and the sign-up sheet is back where Pam is, and she'd like to see you after coffee, and they can set up a schedule then so that you don't have to be there every Monday morning, but they do it from 7:30 a.m. to 8:15 every Monday morning. So see Pam after coffee and make yourself available to help with the blood pressures. As you saw, we didn't have a sponsor today. We hope we'll do a little better next week. My first comments today have to do with the garage sale, and there are a few of them, so please pay attention to these if you will. Billy mentioned that the Friday evening is just for the Tanglewood folks only, and that's from 6 to 8 p.m. And we we require that you wear your badge or the little pin or whatever to identify yourself as a resident. We have folks who try to get in on Friday evening from outside, and we only established Friday evening a few years ago so that you guys would get the first shot at any of the good stuff that was here, that you're going to move from somebody else's garage to your garage. So we're going to make sure that it's only residents, so wear your badge, wear your pin, whatever it is that you have to identify yourself as a resident. Now here's some more information here. Friday, the TMAC table will be available. A lot of you have stuff around that you've had around and you say, what am I ever going to do with that? I'll get rid of it someday. Someday is coming Friday. If you have something that you would like to donate to the TMAC table, the TMAC folks will sell it for you. You don't get the money. TMAC gets the money. As you know, all the money that TMAC earns relative to the garage sale goes back into activities that help make your stay here even more pleasurable. So if you have something, please bring it up here sometime after 4 o'clock on Friday, and they'll price it for you. You don't want to go back and see what price they put on it, but they'll price it for you, and it'll be available. Now, one of the things we don't want, and this is all from experience, we don't want TVs, DVDs, or whatever you might have in electronic form, because they don't sell, 1. 2, they don't work often. And 3, the people that come here to pick up at the end of the day to take it back for their resale places, they don't want them either. So save everybody a trip to the dump by simply not contributing a TV or something to that nature. ARC will be our collection agent on Saturday, and they'll pick it up and they'll take it back for their use at some particular point. Now, on Friday, vendors can set up at 4 o'clock, okay? And you'll get a vendor badge, and you'll wear that because that'll identify you as a vendor and make it possible for you to get in here at 7 o'clock on Saturday if you'd like. So from 4 to 6 is just for vendors only. No pre-looks or anything like that. If you don't have a vendor badge, somebody's going to say to you, see you at 6. So vendors only. The doors will open at 6. Don't cheat. Wear your badge. I'm going to separate you, as I said, from the outsiders. And don't get bent out of shape if somebody says you don't have your badge, because you've been warned, okay? But they will tell you if that's the particular case. Now, on Saturday, it's gangbusters, okay? As you know, the people line up out here very early in the morning from all around the community, and there'll be ads in the paper, for example, about this activity. Vendors can come at 7 o'clock if they want to, and they come in the back door here by the veranda. That way, we keep the front of the place clear. Donuts and coffee will be available to vendors at 7 o'clock, and the doors will open at 8 for the deluge, okay? Outside tables. If you have an outside table, this is a pretty good deal, really. It might sound like a bad deal when you got it, but if you have a table on the outside, all these people who are waiting to come in here and do all the buying and so forth will be looking at your tables. So you might want to get here a little early if you have one outside to make sure that you're available when the people start coming in. We'll have the gates open at 7 o'clock for the people from the community. And at 10:30, if you have some items, I'm talking to the vendors here now, if you have some items that you feel you don't want to take home again, they've been in your garage, on your shelf, in your closet, whatever, for long enough, you can take them to the mirrored room. And if you take them in around 10:30 or so, there might be a chance that the folks in the TMAC room and the mirrored room might be able to get rid of it for you, for them, actually, for the TMAC. But also, they'll be ready to be picked up by ARC when they come to pick up what's left. And that's going to happen at 11 o'clock. The ARC truck will come. We can still use volunteers. It's a real fun thing in here to be selling in the mirrored room. I'll tell you, it gets to be gangbusters, and at the end, you're making up all kinds of prices and 2-for-1s and all kinds of neat things. And it's a lot of fun, really, to do that. But also, it gives us a little bit of extra money to work for TMAC. So that's that. Any money that's made on a snack bar in the TMAC room all goes back to you. So it's important that we have volunteers. There's a book back there, still room in it. We could use some people to work, for example, on the snack bar on Saturday morning. One shift will be from 7 to 9, the other will be from 9 to 11. 9 to 11 shift's pretty good because if we run out of things, you can go home. But anyway, we need volunteers, and particularly, as I say, for the snack bar. Our garage sale tables are over here. Bill's waving the sign with Sybil over here in the corner. They're getting ready to have the garage sale next year at the weekend after November, after Thanksgiving, rather. And they're, again, $7. You might want to get your table before you go home because they'll go fast. And, Bill, how many more days? For now. No, well, are you going to sell them through the summer? You aren't, are you? When's the last day for buying a table for next year? Oh, right now. Very timely. Today is the last day, and they'll pick up again in October. But if you want to make sure you have a table, do it today. Shirley talked about the vendor fair tables. Also, they have the craft tables. They'll be in the craft fair, so that's particularly good. Okay, special events. Last night we had a great show. If you like country music, you had to like Sundown. And as we know, they were a fill-in for somebody that decided to go to Australia on a ship instead. No class at all. And so this time we have the Honey Creepers Band for our last show on April the 9th. A honey creeper, I don't know what the heck a honey creeper is. Maybe we'll find out. But it's a much sought-after trio, a girl singer plus a guitar player and a bass. They're all over the Internet. If you want to hear them or want to see something about them, they're all over the Internet. Next week, by the way, I'm going to run through some of the shows that we're going to have next year so you get a little idea of what's coming. And after the last show of the season, we'll start selling season tickets for next year. And I think when you hear the lineup, you'll want to make sure you get them. Okay. I'm wearing out, guys. Here we go. Tanglewood Almanac. This day in history. In 1841, the first steam engine appeared in a fire truck, well, a fire wagon, I guess, in New York City. In 1860, for those of you wine drinkers, the corkscrew was patented. In 1912, the first cherry blossoms were planted in Washington as a gift from Japan. And in 1958, the United States announced its plan to explore space. And in 2007, NFL made instant replay and longer football games permanent. Okay, born this day in 1899, Gloria Swanson. In 1914, Snooky Lanson, remember him? 1924, Sarah Vaughan. And in 1939, for you NASCAR fans, Cale Yarborough. Today is American Red Cross Month. That kind of goes along with Artie's ad for blood. It's Humorist or Artist Month. It's National Mirth Month. Sounds like it's a fun month, actually. And it's Player Recorder Month. Now, please don't do all that at the same time, but you can go home and practice. This is National Cleaning Week. National Cleaning Week. So clean out your things, bring them up here for the garage sale. It's American Crossword Puzzle Week. Remember, that's supposed to be a way to keep your mind active. What's left of it. Okay, today is Mule Day. Mule Day. And it's Quirky Country Music Song Titles Day. Okay, the one about the pickup truck and the dog and the wife that left and all that kind of stuff. And also, get braced for this, it's Viagra Day. Okay, Sue, who do we have back there in the welcome table?
I'm not Sue.
That's
Sue
good.
couldn't be here
Oh,
today.
you're not Sue.
Not Sue.
Lights are bright.
By the way, did you know what happens if
It's
you
Mary
play-
Lee then?
It's Mary Lee then.
Okay.
Did you know what happens if you play country music backwards? You get your house back, you get your dog back, you get your wife back. Anyway, hello.
Okay.
I just wanted to also say something to those people who are closing up their houses. On the TWR Times, under Welcome News, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll find a blue link for the checklist for how to close your house up. And it has all kinds of helpful things in it, like putting saran wrap over your toilets. But going on from there, we have two new people with us, and I'd like them to stand up and introduce themselves and tell us something about us.
Hello. I didn't expect to be in front of a microphone this morning, but seeing all you people. Sharon and I moved here from Fort Myers but we're not from Fort Myers. We were transplanted from Michigan to Fort Myers, and then we found this place. And we picked a house out here in December, and we just moved in last week. It's been a very long move, but we're getting close to the end now. We're very happy to be here and anxious to get into these activities.
Our address is 2023 Sawgrass Trail in Wildflower. Oh, I didn't know we were a wildflower, that's right. Anyway, he forgot to say we spend our summers in Wisconsin in Door County now. So we love it up there, a small town, and that's why we chose to come up here. And we love to dance and do most anything. So thank you very much.
That's all for today.
Okay, Mary Lee, thank you. And you all wrote down the address, right? So you know where to go for coffee tomorrow. They'll be looking for you, I'm sure. Okay, now you heard about bingo. Bingo's tonight. I want to make sure you take part in that. They're still getting good numbers, and therefore they're having good take-homes for those of you who win. Make a new friend. Wave to everybody that you don't know, especially. Wave to those you do know, and have a great week.